Hey, good morning. Happy Thursday to you. I'm Sarah Elizabeth from thesarahelizabethexperience.com. It's wonderful to see you this morning. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're excited for the day and ready to get started today. I'm so excited for today and what we're going to be working on today. We're talking about addiction this morning and why it doesn't have to have power over your life from now on. And so we're going to break it down a little deeper this morning as we talk about why we become addicted and what we're trying to overcome or mask, or what we're doing with the addictive behaviors and how to break those chains. So I'm really excited to get started. Hey, Jerome. Good morning. So I'm in this hotel. I'm not quite sure how the internet will be today, so just bear with me. Jerome, good morning. And you'll be glad to know that I did take some medicine this morning for my cold and my allergies and sinuses. So I'm hanging right in there. I hope you are doing well this morning. You're feeling great about the day. And I can't wait to talk about today, because the addiction and the problems with human beings and our addictive behaviors, I think to help you understand it on a deeper level is going to be really powerful for you, especially if you struggle with resorting to those things over and over again. And so I am so excited to be here. I'm Sarah Elizabeth. I have a show for you this morning. All morning, you should stay all morning long. It's going to be powerful. I'm hoping that everything is good on the tube this morning. We're going to hang in here together. We are in it to win it for Jesus every single day. And I do want to tell you guys, tonight is our Thursday night sanctuary meeting. Good morning, Brandy. Good to see you. So yes, tonight we're going to be doing our sanctuary meeting, and I will not be there, so Jonathan will be leading that up. I've been working on a few things for him this morning, and tonight you're going to be talking about science and the body and how biblically everything is woven together when it comes to laminate and what is in our bodies naturally. It is just amazing. God is so intentional, and you'll learn more about that tonight. So I've been putting a few things together for him this morning in preparation for him tonight. Hey, Brandy, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. I'm Sarah Elizabeth. Welcome back. So on the tube this morning, I cannot see your messages, so I am so sorry. I'm doing my best. I am in a hotel room this morning in Missouri, and I'm working with a client today. We are doing some foundational work for the foundation that he is building. It's called Christ Ambience. It's going to be a powerful retreat and just offerings much like the Willow Way Foundation. And so we're structuring it around the Willow Way and how that's been built out. But it's going to have some other services that are offered to people who are really struggling to strengthen and build and develop stronger self-leadership or resilience skills. And so I just appreciate you guys so much for your support. Thank you for being here every morning. Share the live. I see Brandy sharing. Thank you, Brandy. Thank you for everyone who supports every day. And this morning is not going to be any different than any other day. It is going to be very powerful. And so far, the internet's working great. So we're going to pray that it continues and we don't have any problems today. God is in this with us all morning long. And if you're somebody who just found us today, welcome to the Eden Project. I'm Sarah Elizabeth. I am from the mountains of North Carolina. I am a professional life coach. I do transformational coaching services with people, one-on-one and in a group setting, to help people really take back their thoughts, their futures, their lives. And it's been so powerful so far. I get messages every day from people who are thanking me for the work and the commitment here. But it's more than that, right? For them to take it and spread it into the world, for them to go out and just project love into the world and joy into the world and acceptance, journey acceptance to the world. And it's just a much more peaceful place to reside. So thank you, Brandy. Thank you for the shares. Loretta, good morning. Jerome, good morning. Good to see everybody. I see Murray back in this morning. Good morning. Good to see everybody. So I am ready for the day. This morning was so funny. So I was in, and I'm going to share TMA right now, or TMI, but I was in the restroom and I came out and Kylie had been trying to FaceTime multiple times. Okay, Jonathan, I'll work on it. Thank you for letting me know. So multiple times she's trying to FaceTime and I don't answer. So she immediately gets worried and she contacts other family members and she's like, is she okay? She's not answering. And I was like, I was literally gone for like 3 minutes, okay? Literally 3 minutes. So that's how my family is. I'm so grateful for Kylie this morning for checking on me. They worry about me a lot, and I'm grateful that I have such a supportive family and so loving and checking on me and being concerned. And it's wonderful to be loved and to feel loved. And I definitely felt loved this morning, even though it was a little bit annoying at first. I was like, I'm fine. I'm literally went to pee, okay? Like, so it's just, I love her so much. So we've been on FaceTime. I talked to Savannah this morning. Savannah's doing great. She is taking a load at school. So you guys be praying for Savannah. And if you don't know Savannah, she's a little girl that's kind of my adopted daughter. She lives in North Carolina, and she's just such a blessing to this community. She's been coming in for so long now, for over a year. And I just try to help be there for her as much as possible. She's one of my kids, and I have a lot of kids that I take on and just try to be there for them. And God has blessed me to be able to do that and to have the discernment and the wisdom to help them through some really tough things. And I'm just grateful for all of the Savannahs of the world that, I pray for every single one of you out there that you might have some, self-esteem issues or maybe some learning disabilities or something that you feel that you're challenged in ways that others are not. Know that you're not alone in that. There's so many people like you. Hey, good morning, Viking. There's so many people like you. And so thank you, Brandy. I didn't take a lot of time to get dressed this morning. I just put my hair in a ponytail and don't have any mascara. I lost it on the flight. And so I'm just here being myself this morning, waking up with you guys and loving life. So thank you for everything you do. We're going to open this morning. This is the Eden Project. Welcome back. If you're new, jump into the chat. Let us know where you're viewing from. Good morning, Adam. I see you coming back in this morning. Good to see you. So good to see Loretta, Miss Emily back in this morning. Let's get this out there. I know it's a little bit different. I am in a hotel room. It is not my normal vibe in my comfy little cozy home. So you guys can help me in getting this out there and just spreading it wide. All right, my stream was interrupted. So here we go. I am a positive person. So I wake up some days and I feel grumpy and I'm like, nope, not today. We're not going there. I can't be grumpy all day. It's just going to mess up my entire day. So it really is. Oh, you lived in Clayton. Highlander, I lived in Wake Forest, Raleigh. So where the old Wake Forest University College is, I lived there for a long time. I lived in the area for about 10 years, and I love that area. It's a beautiful area. It is a city environment, so there's a lot of opportunities and a lot of stores and shopping and all that, but it's also very small. It feels just like a community, and Wake Forest was definitely beautiful for that. So love the area. Glad that I moved back to the mountains, though. I grew up in the mountains in the Blue Ridge, and I come from a family of 12 children. I'm number 7 of 12, and 7 girls and 5 boys, and humble beginnings. We started, I remember going and getting the little 2 for $5 white Ked shoes, Ked knockoffs, and I would get those at Family Dollar, and I would wear those, and my mom would make sure that my shoes were clean every morning. She would take the shoes, wash them for me, and then she would put them in front of the kerosene heater to dry out for the next day for school. And there's some people in the world that I really connect with, and you guys can probably understand this, but I have always been inspired by the story of Dolly Parton. And I know that Dolly passed, and she wasn't always presenting to the world in a way that I think that people were receiving her well, and I think she was impossible not to love her. Her spirit and her love for Christ, she truly did love Jesus Christ, and she projected that into her life and the way that she lived and the way that she treated others. She wanted to make others happy for her whole life, and she said, as many people as I can make happy, that's what I want to do before I die. And I remember hearing her say that, but my mission here is kind of the same. It's as many people as I can make happy before I die, but it's more than that. It's a little deeper than that. I want to bring people to Christ. And if I can bring you to Christ through loving you through a difficult circumstance, maybe providing what you need, right, to grow and develop in the right ways, to learn the right lessons when it comes to your life and how you can apply it to your future. It's a similar mission, and it's strange that we have similar backgrounds. So she is one of 12, and it's just humble beginnings, but the Smoky Mountains, right? So I've always connected with her, and when she passed, her journey reminds me so much of my own, and I'm just getting started. But even when it comes down to her personal life and how private she can be and how she's protective, and people even questioned if Dolly was married. And did you know that? Like, I remember people questioning, does she actually have a husband? Her husband did not want to be in the limelight. He was not comfortable with it. And I know these types of men. I've grew up around them. They're my family. They're the people that I love in my life. They love a simple life. They love just going and hunting and going to work every day and just living a simple life. And that's fine too, I think. But the best relationships will allow you to go out and do what you need to do in the world. And they help you to grow and become better. You're better because of the relationship. It's not going to be something that holds you back and keeps you from doing what God calls you into. And I think we are under attack when we are called into this work. And I'm really grateful to have such a supportive family and people that understand me and know my heart and know why I do everything I do. I'm so grateful for those people in my life. So I just ask you this morning for you to share for a moment. What are the things, or who are the people in your life that you're grateful for this morning? So we're going to start it off from a different approach, because this matters so much. To wake up with a sense of gratitude every single day, to understand that life is so fleeting and so fragile, and to wake up with a perspective of I'm going to approach my day aligning with my feelings and treating others the way I really feel about them, right? So I'm not going to go and project my bad mood on someone else. I'm not going to wake up and feel bad and go be grumpy with everybody in my life. I'm an adult. I can lead myself, and that's something that I teach. So if you're interested in my services, visit me at thesarahelizabethexperience.com, and you can see all of my work there, even the foundation. So if you need free coaching support, please go to the foundation website and schedule there. It's beautiful what we do together, and I'm just excited to share more with the world as we go and continue to grow and build and just do this work. So excited. So let's get started. Today we're talking about addiction. I'm from the mountains of North Carolina. I create all of my own content. Every single day I come in with new content for you. My new thing over the last couple of months, I've been creating month-long series for people who are growing and doing different things with their lives. I'm from North Carolina. Thank you so much. Thanks for the compliments. Wow, I had like 10 minutes to get ready today. Thank you so much. But just being yourself, right? You want to come back tomorrow? You should come back every day that you can come, And then tonight we have our Thursday night program. It's going to be powerful because we're linking science and body together. And it was the symbolism that Christ placed here, that God placed here in our bodies so that we can know that He is real. And there's so many things in your body that symbolize so many other things. So that is on a Zoom meeting. So if you're interested, you want the workbook, let me know. If you don't have the workbook, I did create a new link today. I've updated the link in the workbook for tonight. So you should not have any problems. Make sure though that you download Zoom and log in. You can log in with your Google account and just log into it so that when you click the link, it'll log you right into the meeting. It makes it very simple. But if you haven't downloaded Zoom, you have to download it first, okay? So if you wait till the last minute, then it's gonna mess you up, right? And being able to get in for tonight. So 3 gifters to send to Willow Rise right now to the live. We don't have any music on this morning, and I know that hurts us on TT, but also it hurts us on other social media when we have music on. So we're going to try it without. So you guys help me spread it. It's not just the music that keeps us in. And I will definitely turn a song on for you a couple times this morning. You know, just, I don't know which song. We'll see how God leads us in it. But as we talk about addiction this morning, I know a lot of my clients struggle with this, and this is powerful. I know there are thousands and thousands of people who are trying to break the addiction cycle across the world today. So I know there are people out there that need to be here that are not here. And I just ask you to help me get this out there this morning. Gifts of any amount. The Willow Rise, thank you for that new guy, Heart Me. You would love for your family to meet me. You're a big fan. Well, maybe someday, you never know. All right, so I'm going to get a drink of my drink because I'm going to lose my voice, but I did take medicine today. I'm being good, okay? I'm doing my best. So 2 more Willow Rises. So as we open this morning, I want to talk, today is called Breaking the Addiction Cycle. This is the neuroscience of addiction and compulsion and the grace-based path to lasting freedom. Are you seeking freedom this morning from addiction? I know so many of you, Cole Hearted does his missions around sobriety, and it's beautiful. Together we win it, together we rise, together we grow, together we learn, together we build, together we rise above it all. Absolutely. Welcome in, Rise. Welcome. So I want to welcome you in and say good morning to you. If this is your first time, welcome to the Eden Project. This is day 23. This is a 23-day live series, and it's offered to you free from thewillowwayfoundation.com. This is all about returning to God's original design, where faith and science of the body speak as one. Tonight's Thursday night Zoom meeting. Jess wants Max. Really? Oh, well, we'll talk about it, okay? So we're going to approach the subject today that touches almost every family, and we're going to do it with honesty and with grace. Breaking the addiction cycle. Addiction and compulsion are not simply failures of willpower. There's a real neuroscience to the loop that traps us, and understanding it dissolves so much of the shame. And the way out isn't white knuckling. It's a grace-based path that works with how God made the brain. Stay for the whole show this morning, because whether the struggle is yours or someone you love, today offers a hopeful, honest road to lasting freedom. Share the live. This is going to be so powerful. Thank you, Lisa. Bear's royalty. Yes, he is, Brandy. King Bear. We're moving through Act 4, the Flourish. And with the first 3 acts are already completed. And so far this act, we've covered the biology of hope. We did not cover the cost of loneliness. We will. We're not going to skip over that because that's a big one. But yesterday we talked about the epigenetics of your environment and how it affects you. This whole series, you have the workbook. I encourage you to reach out if you do not have the workbook. Sarah at thewillowwayfoundation.org. I'll send it to you today so you can get started. There'll be a whole new workbook. I'm already working on the content. I've been working on it for the last couple of weeks. Beginning on Monday, unless we need to have a few extra days in September, I have a 30-day journey through self-leadership and a leadership development journey for you that I'm building. This is going to be powerful. If you know my background, I've been in leadership for more than 20 years. I've developed sales teams that were top performing agents, sales managers, executive leaders. So for you to understand someone that has been in the field, I know what they're looking for. I know the corporate world. I know what happens. I know what leaders are seeking and searching for in an employee that they want to elevate. I'm going to help you here. All next month, for free, offered to you by thewillowwayfoundation.com. We are all about elevation, and we are here to elevate you in your life. So get ready. There will be an accompanying workbook that will go along with the journey with daily exercises. It'll take you about 10 to 15 minutes tops with affirmations, journaling prompts and lines, but also teaching every day with biblical truth for every single day to help you link it all together Leadership, self-leadership is all biblical. The Bible talks about being in control and taking power over our thoughts, to be led by Christ. So it is biblical, and we're going to elevate next month. So get excited. I'm so excited. But today we're going to unpack the neuroscience of addiction and the grace-faith path to freedom. Tomorrow we close the flourish by building habits that last. And then we're going to step into the final act of the Eden Project next week. It's called the harvest. Are you ready to receive? After this week, you're going to be ready. So what does a grace-based path to freedom look like? It's going to unfold for you this whole show today. It's the heart of everything. And if you feel led to support today, every gift you give, every support that you send, gifting, subscriptions, following, whatever it is, every donation you make to thewillowwayfoundation.com, you are supporting the life of someone else who is struggling in addiction. It could be another family member who's trying to help a family member who's struggling. It could be someone who's in the middle of this addiction process and they really are trying to break free. Whoever it is, get it out there. Help me to bring this to the world in a powerful way. Gifts of any amount are appreciated. Prayers are always needed. And I see all of you. It's so good to see you. Good to see you. Love you too. So, will you repost this? Will you share it today? Someone caught in a cycle they hate needs to hear today that freedom is real and grace goes all the way down. Our anchoring verse for today, John chapter 8:36. So if the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed. I love this song. When you read that verse, what do you feel in your spirit? When you read that verse, if the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed. Think about that for a moment. Today's herb of the day is milk thistle. We'll talk about that in chapter 7. Thank you, Jerome. But I do want to give you a little breakdown about it for a moment here. Milk thistle's active compound, silymarin, is the most well-researched liver-protective plant compound on earth. The liver is central to addictive recovery. It metabolizes alcohol and substances, clears excess hormones, processes emotional residue. Traditional medicine systems have long associated the liver with stored anger and resentment. Wow. Crazy, right? And your liver undergoes cellular renewal through the same autophagy process that is activated by fasting. Silymarin also reduces oxidative stress in the brain, supports dopamine receptor recovery, and promotes the cellular regeneration needed after the patterns of compulsive behavior. Milk thistle. Look it up today. We'll talk more about it later in the show, but I want to put it on your radar. But I do want to talk to you about how John chapter 8:36 promises complete freedom through the Son. Milk thistle tends the organ that most physically bears the burden of addictive behavior, helping the body regenerate the tissue that substances have damaged, and clearing the biochemical residue of compulsive cycles. John 8:36 speaks of freedom extending to your cellular level. We'll break it down even more. I know you're more interested now as we talk about your liver. So I want to ask you a question. You know someone who's been addicted to drugs, alcohol. What is the first organ to be damaged? What is the organ that most causes them to be very sick if they continue this addictive behavior? Whatever it may be. So Brandy says the liver. Amen, Brandy. This is why this is important for you to learn what is happening with your addictive behaviors when it comes to alcohol. I want to share a very sad story with you. I'm not going to mention names, but I want to tell you I had a friend when I was in my 30s, late 30s. She was in her mid 30s. She was a mother. She was living a very stressful life. She had children that were not hers that she was taking care of, had new boyfriend, new child of her own, her first child. And she was under so much stress during that time. She would wake up in the morning, and the very first thing she would do was go grab a little airplane bottle of Fireball every morning. This was a very kind soul. This was a person who had been hurt a lot throughout her lifetime. And then overwhelmed with stress, responsibilities, needed to heal. A beautiful person, a beautiful soul. Within 2 years, she was in the hospital for more than 90 days. She died at 36 years old. Every single day, she drank Fireball. All day, hiding it from her family. Going into a place, a room, and just drinking. Going back out, taking care of her children. How many women, or how many of you are doing this? Where you're just going and picking up something that's so horrible for you, just so you can survive, just so you can make it through the day. You used to do that with vodka. Lori, I'm so grateful that you found your way out of that. She was a dear friend of mine, and she lost her life. And there was nothing anybody could say. A little girl lost her mother. Thank God that little girl now has a stepmother who is now her mother, and a wonderful mother to her. Thank God for that. The lives are destroyed every day because people are struggling. You don't go to addictive behaviors because you just want to get drunk. You're escaping from something. What are you escaping from? This is why we have to get to the core, right, of the issue. Why do you need this to survive? What is it that you need? What are your intentions by drinking this every single day? What is it doing for you? We've got to get to the core. Healing is a core issue. It's not something that can stay on the surface. We've got to get to the reason behind it. Loretta says, I never consider myself an alcoholic, but my aunt has Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome. So you know that you're at risk, possibly. You're dealing with the core. We are going to the core. We don't have to seek out alcohol to survive. I don't need to drink a glass of wine every night anymore. I used to. And I used it as like a comfort thing, right? I would get off work, have a stressful day. I might drink 1 or 2 glasses every night. And then I started to feel myself wanting to drink more. Like, what if I got into a routine that it became 1 bottle a night? What if I allowed myself to go down that road? Because I could have easily done it, right? And there's always choices that we're making. I had it, and I could feel it. I could feel me being more let, and I'd be like, oh, I had such a stressful day. I got to have a glass of wine. You know? I mean, it's one thing if you're using something like a natural herbal supplement, you're using it for your health, right? But it's a whole other thing to get something that is horrible for you, that destroys your liver, that eats your stomach lining. And every day you're doing it, slowly killing yourself, a slow and miserable death. This is not for you. This is not God's plan for your life. This is you choosing this way every day. And if you've already gone down that path and you think you're too far gone, you are not too far gone. You can come back from this. You can come home to Him. But He needs to, we got to get to the core, right? We got to do something different today. So I'm going to welcome all of you in. I'm going to play a song for you. I'm actually going to be intentional with this song, because our Bible verse this morning, so if the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed. Do you know what we're going to listen to? I bet you do. This is one of my favorite songs. I used to sing it in church. It's an oldie but a goodie. And it is so true. If it will play. My internet is definitely struggling a little bit, so. It looks like it's playing, but we got no sound. Okay, wait a second. I'm gonna pause for a moment and I'll get the song for you, okay? One moment. And thank you guys for being here this morning. I'm Sarah Elizabeth. If you just found me this morning, welcome to the Eden Project. We're talking about addiction today. Just so excited to be with you guys and to share with you. And, you know, it's powerful to be with you every day. So cannot thank you enough. I'm hoping that this will play for you guys, but who am I that the highest king would welcome? Okay, y'all, I'm back. That was a horrible thing to be stuck in, but it's okay. Can you guys hear it? Too loud? Is that better? All right. Taking a break for a moment. Hey, Clutchy, good morning. We are winging it, doing our thing. You guys know. All right. So I'll be back in one moment. I'm going to give you a break to give you a moment to say good morning. Share this with everyone. You've already gotten a taste of how powerful it's going to be. This is all about addiction. We need to welcome as many people in tonight or today as possible. So I'm going to give you a moment to share, and I'll be back in just a minute. And thank you for being here. You guys are the absolute best community ever in the history of social media, right here, and you are a part of it. Hold on, guys. It finally started playing, so. All right. Thank you for being here. I love you guys. So. All right. We're going to get that off of here for a moment. I'm going to pause that. Okay. Thank you. Good to see everybody this morning. I'm Sarah Elizabeth. It's so wonderful to see you. I am a child of God. I am loved. I am who you say I am. So much of that, such a powerful song and message for you this morning. As you connect with God and learn who you are, you find your identity in Christ. Welcome to day 19, Thursday. And our final Thursday night Zoom is tonight. Well, no, it's not. Our final Thursday night Zoom for this series is tonight. Next week will be in September with a new leadership series. This is our fourth and last community gathering of the Eden Project series, and it's going to be extraordinary. So if you've been waiting to join the Zoom meeting, join tonight. This is the one. Jonathan's going to be leading it tonight. I'm so excited. Jonathan, who helps support on YouTube and helps support on TikTok, and just amazing what we've been able to build. And I'm so excited to have other people wanting to jump in and do things. And Jerome, if you want to join on Thursday nights, definitely reach out. I'll send you the workbook after the live. The workbook has the Zoom link right there, and you should be able to get into it. I did work on it this morning and make sure everything's good to go. So here is the first word this morning. And I want you to take this in and let it sink in, okay? Addiction is not a moral failure or a lack of willpower. Let that sink in. You carry shame with you around your addiction because you believe it is a moral failure, that you are a failure, you're not close enough to God, you're not doing enough, you're not, right? And so we're going to change up that thought pattern this morning, because addiction is a wounded system that is trying its best to survive the pain, the shame, whatever it is. You need to know that shame is the fuel that addiction runs on. Every time you choose that, every time you wake up and you go back to that vice, that is the fuel. Shame is running the show. Because every time you feel bad again, every time you feel weak, every time you feel shameful, you know that you need to stop. You know that it isn't good for you. And we can't be like my friend, right? We cannot stay in this cycle and allow this to continue for our lives. It is not what God wants for you. It is not his plan for your future. It is lying to you. It is keeping you small. It is keeping you stuck in places that are dangerous not just to your health, but to your physical being. Everything, like, think about this for you, okay? So the cycle is not an easy one to break. And many of you have been carrying this cycle in silence, in private, trying to keep it secret, right? The cycle that you cannot break. And it could be alcohol, a substance that you're taking that isn't good for you, a screen, a food, a feeling. You're addicted to the feeling of emotion. Some people are addicted to chaos even. We're addicted to all sorts of things that are not good for us. So you've been there, addicted to toxicity, chaos. You feel important as long as things are going and something's running all the time. You know, we like attention. And as you know, even as children, young children, if you know how children are, if you've had children, my kids always wanted attention, and they would do whatever they needed to do to get that attention. Whether it be that they needed to break something, thank you, Carla. Whether they needed to go outside and do something they know they're not supposed to do, but they're not getting the attention they need. And so even negative attention to a child makes them feel important. It is no different for you as an adult. This doesn't mean you're immature. This just means it's human nature. Even if you're not getting attention in one way, then you might create something to get attention. And you see it in relationships all the time. If somebody's feeling insecure, or they're not feeling positive about things, or they're questioning things, they become fearful. They create a chaotic environment in the relationship, because as long as they can keep something going, they're always creating something where they can be fed what they need, which is the attention, the affirmation, the makeup session, whatever it is. Y'all know I'm right. Some people are feeding on addictive behaviors, and it's not just alcohol. It's not just doing a horrible drug that's destroying your inside. There's a lot of things that are destroying you from the inside out. Don't let it be a drug. Don't let it be a drink. Don't let it be a relationship. Don't let it be any of these things. It is not from God. You don't have to carry this in secret, okay? This cycle that you cannot seem to break. Your wounded system being fueled by shame. In John 8:36, so if the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed. Not free someday, free, really, genuinely, in the reality of your daily life. Today we're going to bring this cycle into light. We're going to understand its mechanics and meet the one whose freedom reaches all the way down to the biology. Good morning. Welcome in. So good to see everyone. Thank you. I'm going to scroll up here and say good morning to everyone. I know I didn't get to do that yet. So, Best Weapon, thank you for that share. Cupcake, thank you. Any thoughts you have or good mornings you'd like to say, shares are always necessary and wonderful, and we need you. Continue to gift as you can. Oh, goodness. Okay. Just got a message. Continue to gift as you can, and let's just stay in it. Cold-Hearted says it's so important to understand shame-based denial. Amen. And you know, sometimes, guys, the shame that we carry as people who are addicted, the shame that we're carrying inside makes us protective, right? So what we're projecting out to the world is not, I'm shameful. It's, I'm angry with you, or somehow it's your fault. You're not assisting me enough. You're not supporting me enough. I need your help again. I need you to pay for that. I need to do that. I need you to send me money again. You guys know the struggle in addictive behaviors and families. It's a vicious cycle that just keeps running. And until that person who is addicted stops and takes ownership, this is my life. This is the life I am building. It is up to me to decide. It is up to me to choose. Good morning. Good to see everybody. So it starts with that person owning that this is a problem. Whatever addictive behavior it is, this is a problem. We're going to bring it into light. We're going to open in prayer this morning because I just think that I want to pray over anyone here who's currently struggling with addictive behaviors, whatever it is. And I just lift every single person up. So Father, we come to you this morning with humble hearts and spirits, ready to learn from you, ready to hear your word, ready to feel you moving in our hearts and our minds and our souls this morning. We seek you out in all that we do, God. Help us to choose wisely for ourselves, for our lives. Help us to understand that no matter what behavior, whatever we've been doing, that you are the answer. And if we seek you out, we seek your strength, we seek your guidance and your knowledge, you'll help us understand things. You'll help us grow. You'll help us choose better for ourselves as we step into our today and our tomorrows. Be with every single person this morning, God. Cover them with your spirit. Cover them with your love and your mercy and grace. And help them to understand that shame is not the way. It was never the way. It was never from you. And God, we just seek you out to lead us, guide us, and direct our paths. In Jesus' name, amen. He's bigger than all of our problems. He's bigger than all of it. So, speaking love into your life this morning. Speaking mercy and grace into your life this morning. Speaking gratitude into your lives this morning. To be grateful for your journey up until today. To say, I've learned so much. I've grown so much. I've been imperfect, God. But I recognize today that I am the one. I am the only person who has the ability to change. I am the only person who can change me. Who can decide differently. There's a prophetic truth about how the cycle actually works. And naming it takes away much of its power. Every addictive loop has a predictable shape. A trigger, often stress, loneliness, boredom, feeling misunderstood, feeling rejected, feeling betrayed, feeling left behind. It could be a habit that promises relief and delivers regret every single time. Think about this. Your pain is firing a craving, which drives the behavior, which delivers a rush of relief in the beginning. But then it's followed almost immediately by shame, which becomes a new trigger. And around it goes again, this vicious cycle. The trap is that the very shame you feel after acting out is what sets up the next episode. The trap is real. And you keep falling into it every time you choose to continue to pick up whatever it is, to continue to go back to that old thing that has been hurting you. This is why willpower alone so consistently fails. You cannot shame yourself out of a cycle that runs on shame. The chain must be broken at a deeper link. I'm releasing a word over everyone who has tried and failed so many times that you've concluded that you are simply broken beyond repair. You are not the exception to grace. The number of times you have fallen is not the measure of your worth or your future. God is not wearily tolerating you. God is tenderly pursuing you today. He understands the cycle far better than you do. Today, we're not going to add another layer of condemnation to a heart who's already crushed by it. We're going to bring the cycle into light to understand the way that it works and discover the one whose freedom will reach you all the way down to the very being of who you are, your memory, and the wound that lies underneath it all. There's always a wound. Addiction is not primarily a moral failure or a lack of willpower. It's biological and emotional adaptation, a wounded system trying to survive. I'm going to give you 3 affirmations around this segment. I'm going to ask you to repost. I'm going to ask you to share this with someone who needs it today. There's always a wound. Let's get to the core. Let's get to the issue. And let's treat the wound. Let's help you heal the wound. Then we'll heal the addiction. Number 1, my struggle is not proof that I am broken beyond repair. It is a wound seeking healing, and I bring it into the light this morning without shame. Number 2, I refuse to fuel the cycle with condemnation. I understand its mechanics, and understanding gives me the first foothold toward freedom. Or number 3, the number of times I have fallen does not measure my worth or my future. God is tenderly pursuing me, and his freedom reaches deeper than my failure. I want to see yours. I want to see your thoughts. And I'll be right back. Gifts of any amount here, family. Let's get it out there. It's too big. It's going to help too many people. Don't let us be blocked. Don't let us be left behind. Don't let us not be seen this morning. We got to be seen. That's a beautiful song. I love it so much. So thank you for being here today. I'm Sarah Elizabeth. Welcome to my live. Welcome to the dwelling place. This is our sanctuary. And tonight we're going to have our Thursday night Zoom meeting. So reach out for the workbook. Definitely join in all next month where we learn about self-leadership, how to step into your future and power with the right perspective, and how to know how to bring goodness to your own life, to lead your own life. Thank you. Thank you so much, Wholehearted. I'm going to scroll up this morning. I see Rise Above with number 3. Brandy, thank you so much for your support. Cupcake, I see you sharing. Hey, sister. I love you guys so much. Wholehearted, 1, 2, and 3, especially 3. 1, 2, and 3 for Lori. I see you, Lori. Brandy with roses times 2. Thank you. 3, 3, 3, 3 for Brandy. Lori sharing the live with more than 10 friends. All 3 for New Guy. All right, anybody over here with your affirmations? Thank you so much, family. Matthew, good morning. He says, the thing that keep me from growing closer to God. Yes, keep you stuck in a place where you're just not thinking at all, not feeling at all, just numbing whatever pain you feel, just going through the motions of life, seeking out that same thing every day, not ever selecting another way. There is another way this morning. One more of the current goal. Somebody jump in. Thank you. Thank you. You are beautiful. Thank you. All right. Let's continue here. If you didn't jump in on the affirmations and you didn't drop yours in the chat, I hope at least you chose one or you chose all of them, right? Either way, I do have some questions for you. You know I'm going to get you engaging here, so. Thank you, Cold-Hearted. Thank you so much. Type the word yes in the chat if you have a cycle, any cycle that you've tried to break more times than you can count. You're in very good company here. You're getting ready to see it. Type the word yes. If you've ever had a cycle that was so difficult to break, you tried over and over again. Make it rain those yeses. I see a lot of you. Cold-Hearted, Cupcake. Who was first there? Lori? Yes. Me. I've had these patterns. And some people are naturally born with a more addictive behavior. Naturally. You're drawn to things. You get more attached and you'll latch on to things and you just have that addictive personality. That is a real thing. Do you know if you have an addictive personality or not? Have you always just known better than you should just never pick up things, right? Just never go there because you're like, I'd be addicted for sure. I'd be the rest of my life. I'd be stuck on that. Yes, a lot of you're sensitive humans and you have addictive behavior. Is it trauma bonds? Is it something from your childhood that makes you be in pain every morning when you wake up? What is it that makes you feel you need to numb your pain? You don't have to share that, but I want you to think about it. And to know that addiction runs on shame, not just craving. Could you type the shame message that plays after you act it out? I'm weak. I can never change. I should be ashamed of myself. I don't have the strength to say no. I don't have the strength to defeat these thoughts that I keep having. And this can even be around your thoughts. I've had clients that are addicted to overthinking, spinning thoughts, and it's always negative thoughts. It's always something from the devil. It's something to tell you how small you are, how unimportant you are, or how shameful you should be. That is not from God. No more shame. God doesn't shame us or condemn us. God says he will meet you exactly where you are this morning, wherever you are in your journey. You say, well, Sarah, I've tried hundreds of times. I've been to rehab. I've done all the things and nothing ever works. There's a reason for that. You haven't gotten to the core of the issue. We've got to get to the core. There is a root problem here that is deep-seated. Try again. Let's do it from a different approach this time. If you need my help, reach out to me, thesarahelizabethexperience.com. I do feel like we're gonna be having all sorts of retreats in the future. I can see us having retreats with people who are recovering. And I know that Cold-Hearted's already working on sobriety and working with people in that mission side of this. I can so see us doing this, Cold-Hearted. I could see us running a retreat for people who are recovering, who are needing to choose something different. And we're going to replace these old habits with new habits that are good for you. We're going to get you addicted to goodness. We're going to get you addicted to God and what he has for you. Universally, God has a new message, a new plan. If you come for a retreat, you're not leaving. You never know. Maybe you just live on the retreat and you help people and that's your job. You never know what God has planned. It's like Miss Lisa. Lisa's going to be working and building youth services. We help people kids from 12 to 19 years old. We're going to be running those retreats for teens every summer. It's going to be something that we're building, and this is the foundation, right? but so many things, to be addicted to the word, to be addicted to the truth. Where does truth come from, family? Sign me up. Coach, I know, Brandy, I know. God is working. There's Louie sharing with more than 10 friends. Hey, Louie. Good morning. So excited for today. A lot going on today. A lot of stuff being done. Foundational stuff being laid for the work that we're doing together. I'm just so excited. So can I get you excited about, I asked Louie yesterday, I said, Louie, could you become hyper-focused on God? You have ADHD? You think it's a weakness? It's actually a superpower. Because what if you love God so much, you love the work of Christ so much, that you just decide you're going to focus on that, and you're not letting any of this other stuff in. You're going to become so foundationally strong that nobody ever removes that from you. You stay so focused on God and His path and His plan for you that you don't have time to be stumped by the little things that happen in life, the little bumps in the road, right? This is how He changes you. Do you need change this morning? And I'm going to ask you, what is your most common trigger? You personally. And for those of you that are willing to be vulnerable here, share it in the chat. Your most common trigger. Is it stress, loneliness, boredom, being in pain? Hey Jay, good morning. Type one word. Naming the trigger is the first step to interrupting the cycle. What makes you anxious? What triggers you to go and grab whatever it is? You had a stressful day again? Everything was hectic all day? Shame. Look at that, cold-hearted. Hey Travis, good morning. Shame being a trigger to create more shame. Vicious cycle. Round and round and round we go. Cold-hearted, with your history, your experience in life, and overcoming this addictive behavior and your sobriety, it's a vicious loop. Memories coming up. Anger is a big trigger. But what is it? The anger, Loretta. Where's the anger coming from? So you can name the emotion, right? But it's deeper than just the emotion. We can label all of this stuff. But until we get to the deeper stuff, the core level of these things, where is anger coming from? And what environments are triggering anger? Dysregulation of any type. See, and we got to build that resilience, right? We have to be able to go with the flow a little bit in life. Life happens. We don't know what to expect. And yes, it's scary, but isn't that part of the best part? It's like waiting for Christmas morning to come, to unwrap the present that God has waiting for us. Do you see there's different ways that you can perceive and look at things? It's all in your perception. And if your perception is based on your past, the fact that people hurt you, or that you've been in pain, or you've been stuck in the cycles or the loops of addiction for so long, you feel that you're not worthy enough, that there's no place for you. All of these things are not true. So could you stop receiving things that are not from God this morning? I ask you that question, and I want you to share your thoughts, because this is going to be very open this morning. Could you allow God to bring something different to your life today? I'm going to share a new song with you and just enjoy it for a moment. He wants to bring something different. He wants to bring change. He wants to bring healing. He wants to bring joy. In the pressing, you are making new wine. New wine. And the soil I now surrender. You are breaking new ground. So I yield to you and to your careful hand. When I trust you, I don't need New wine. Could you allow him to bring new wine out of you? This chapter says that addiction is a wounded system trying to survive pain. It's not a moral failure. If you think about this, write about a cycle in your journal today that you've tried to break more times than you can count. But write about it today without the shame. It came from somewhere. Knowing that every addictive loop runs on shame, and that shame becomes your next trigger. Write the shame message that plays after you act it out. Do that in your journals later today. And make sure you name your most common trigger. You're angry at yourself. Loretta, that's misdirected anger, okay? Much of what you faced as a child, everything you faced as a child, was out of your control. So you see, why are you angry with yourself? When there are reasons why these patterns began, it's deeper than just the surface, Loretta. It's deeper than just she messed up or she was a sinner. It's much deeper than that. It was never your heart. So don't be angry with yourself when that was never who you are. You just found it difficult to align with who you really are. And that is common. That's everyone, right? That alignment, this is who I am. I'm going to stand firm on this. I'm not going to go this way. I'm not going to continue to choose things that aren't healthy for me. Whatever it is, whatever you're addicted to. And I'm going to ask you, I have 222 roses up there that I need, and I need 100 of those roses right now for anyone who's willing to jump in. I'm going to share my very own freedom story. The cycle that held me and my family, and the day it broke. And I ask you to think about your own story here, your own freedom story. And if you have one to share and you'd like to come on, you've been coming into the family for a while, I'd love to welcome you in to share your freedom story. But I'm going to share mine with you too. Thank you, Travis. I am not a failure. I am his son. I belong to you, God, and you belong to me. I am his and he is mine. Thank you, Travis. My own freedom story. So much like you, I carried a lot of shame too. That was misguided. Misdirected, Loretta. When I was around 4 years old, I was molested. And then again, around that same time, by another person around 6 or 7. And multiple times. And during those moments, I remember learning at church that those things were bad. Like our bodies, we save for marriage. We do all those things, right? So I'm learning these things, but on the other side of that, I'm being abused. In those moments, I started to carry something in me that was really hard to break free from. I carried feelings that I must have done something wrong. Maybe it was something I did. Maybe it was me being too cute, like maybe I'm just pretty and that's, so early on, my looks made me feel as if it was not a blessing, right? It was bittersweet, and it was a blessing and a curse to be pretty or to be cute or to be petite or, to just, and so for me, I was shameful for most of my life. I remember going into 13, 14 years old and already thinking that I was damaged, right? I was just damaged goods. I had already, somebody had already seen my body. They had already messed with my body. And I remember feeling just broken inside. Like I wasn't good enough now because I'd been violated in the ways that I had, okay? And so young teenage years, I started seeking out somebody to marry. Because I thought, if I marry someone and I just find someone quickly and just get married, then I won't have to worry about feeling the shame ever again. And I'll just be a mom and I'll just do the things. And I wanted to be a mother more than anything. So, I mean, it just kind of felt like what I needed to do. It was like the next thing people do where I live and grew up. So I rushed into a marriage. It didn't help. It was so deep-rooted. I still was creating patterns. I still did not feel worthy. I still felt like my gifts were not good. Like I just had not been given, because I just viewed it as being a negative, right? And so over the last 10 years, God has really shown me so much around me and who I am. And it took me connecting with Jesus and accepting his grace and his mercy and his understanding for me to understand that that was never my shame to carry. It was never for me, but I was so fearful because of the religious environment that I grew up in. I thought that I was already damaged too much, and it wasn't true. It was lies. It was from Satan, all of it, to keep me from doing what I do right now, to keep me from coming on live and just being myself, to keep me being small and believing that my gifts were too much for people, or I was too much, or maybe not enough. It just depended on the person, right? So for you this morning, if you have your own journey, you've been carrying things like Loretta and I, where these things are not yours to carry. Your behaviors, what you've done from the time that you were hurt to now, are understandable. God knows why. God knows what you've been doing the whole time. But he doesn't meet you with shame. He doesn't meet you with condemnation. He meets you with love and arms that are wide open for you. Wide open. Y'all know what to do this morning. There's too many people missing this morning. So let's get everybody in here that we can. Because I know that in this group, most of us have dealt with this. He is a loving Father. He is a gracious and merciful Father. What does addiction do to your brain? The Lord who formed your brain wants you to understand what compulsive patterns are doing inside it. It's not to alarm you, but to replace the superstition and self-hatred with truth, Loretta. At the center of every addiction sits a single neurotransmitter, dopamine. Dopamine is not the chemical of pleasure so much as the chemical of wanting, the anticipation, the pursuit, the I need this right now. God designed your system beautifully to motivate you toward food, connection, and meaningful reward. But addictive substances and behaviors that hijack it flood your brain with dopamine surges far larger than anything in the natural world. And the brain that's trying to protect itself dials down with its own receptors in response. Here's the tragedy of this adaptation, and it explains so much of the suffering. As the receptors downregulate, it takes more and more of the behavior just to feel normal. And eventually, even normal becomes out of reach. The things that once brought you genuine joy, a sunset, a conversation, a good meal, a longer register, they no longer register in your spirit. Because the reward system has been recalibrated to demand the artificial flood. This is why people in the grip of addiction so often describe a gray, joyless numbness. It is not a weakness of your character. It is a brain whose pleasure thermostat has been broken by overload. The craving is not really for the substance anymore. It's for the relief from the emptiness that the substance has created. And now the truth that turns this whole chapter toward hope. What neuroplasticity broke, neuroplasticity can rebuild. The same brain that adapted into addiction is designed to adapt back out of addiction. When the flooding stops, receptors slowly begin to regenerate. Sensitivity gradually returns, and the ordinary joys of life come back online. This does not happen overnight. The early days of any recovery are the hardest precisely because the brain is recalibrating. But it does happen reliably by design. The God who built renewal into every cell built it into your reward system too. Your brain is not a lost cause. It is a healing system waiting for the conditions of freedom. 3 affirmations. My struggle is not a defeat of character. It is a brain adaptation, and my brain is designed to adapt back toward freedom. Number 2, the numbness is not permanent. As I stop the flooding, my capacity for genuine joy is regenerated by God's design. Or number 3, what neuroplasticity broke in me, neuroplasticity can rebuild. My brain is not a lost cause, but a healing system waiting for the conditions of freedom that I can create. I'll be right back. I want to see yours in your repost. Hey, good morning. Good to see everybody. Back in a moment.
They ask me the meaning of living. I'm gonna tell them. When they ask me the secret of this joy that's overflowing, I I'm gonna tell them. It's all about Jesus, Jesus, the greatest love I found. All about Jesus, Jesus, He turned my life around. He's my Savior, He's my friend. Jesus, Jesus. This is good news, good for you and me. This is good news, come on and believe. This is good news, oh you and me. Jesus, Jesus, it's all about Jesus, Jesus, the greatest love I found. All about Jesus, Jesus, He turned my life around. Oh, He's my Savior, He's my friend. Jesus, my Jesus, let my whole life right to Him. Jesus, Jesus.
All right. Let me see your affirmation. I love you so much. I had to get my drink. Last night, I don't know how much sugar this has in it. Probably a lot. Scrolling up. All 3 for new guy. 3, but I can relate to all of them. I see lover of God. 1, 2, and 3, especially 2 and 3 for cold-hearted. Oh, welcome in everybody. Good to see you. So if you know that addiction hijacks your dopamine levels, the chemistry of wanting, type surprised, or does this make sense to you? And have you noticed ordinary joys feeling gray or numb? Type the word yes or no. That's often a reward system that's worn down, and this system can heal. Surprised, but it makes sense. Your brain can rebuild. Do you believe this morning? Will you receive this morning, that you can take back your power when it comes to your addiction. Your brain can rebuild. If this is you, type the word, my brain can heal, into the chat. This is a declaration that you're declaring over your very own reward system today. And in your journals tonight, I'd love for you to write about whether ordinary joys have started to feel empty for you. And the chapter says the craving becomes relief from the emptiness the behavior created. Write about what you're actually reaching for underneath the compulsion. What neuroplasticity broke, you know now that it can rebuild. So what if you declare tonight that your brain is a healing system? It is not a lost cause. You can take back your thoughts. You can decide that you're going to choose something different today. You can decide anytime you want to. It's just a matter of you acknowledging that you've been stuck and that this life is not for you. It is not the life that God has for you. It is not the plan for your future. But if you keep side railing it, right? You keep going and sabotaging everything. How much time will you have? Think about that. You self-sabotage all the time. Loretta, you're isolating, but you're also growing a lot right now, and that's normal. When it comes to spiritual awakening, and some of you are opening your eyes to everything that's happened in your life, there is so much to process. So don't guilt yourself or shame yourself for you to take the time you need to go into isolation. This is normal. Why do we go into isolation? Why do we feel that pull that we just want to be alone and be with God? That's the thing. In your isolation, are you spending time with God every day? Because that's his intention. He needs to get your attention. He needs to spend time with you one-on-one. You're working through a lot of really hard things. You need time to process. Truthfully, to bring new people in to your life right now, to be making connections right now, it's not the best thing, right? You're still working. I cough up something. Probably the Tylenol and sinus stuff I took earlier. So, you're still working. You're a work in progress. Thank you, Peter. Good to see you this morning. So I just ask you to think about this, because if you're like Loretta and I, we talked about carrying shame. Loretta and I have a similar journey, not exact, born into totally different families, totally different environments, but we're kindred. I'm kindred with a lot of you here. So as you think about that, do you feel that kindred spirit and nature to other people in this community? And have you ever thought about why that is? Because we have so much in common, right? Thank you, Carla, I see you, thank you. We're kindred spirits. We see one another. We understand one another. We see you, right? And I think we've lived parallel lives almost. I mean, we've had similar trauma. You just want to go hug a tree. Go hug a tree. I love trees. If it's a willow tree, I really love it. I've seen some beautiful ones lately. Just hug, love everything that God has placed here for us. Trees are beautiful. Trees are wonderful. But I encourage you to start thinking about yourself from a higher perspective, Miss Loretta, or anyone else here, that you are guilting and shaming yourself, that you're angry with yourself over and over again. Stop being angry. You deserve grace. You deserve mercy. You deserve love. And we've got to bring you to a place where you find love again here. To love yourself. And to allow yourself to be fully known and loved by God. What would change in your life? Understanding the brain science of addiction lifts the shame and opens the door to hope. And this ministry brings that truth to be trapped. Your gifting funds this teaching and the recovery-minded community behind it. Give today so that someone can learn their brain is a healer, guys. You can donate today at thewillowwayfoundation.com. You can reach out to me today if you need support one-on-one. We'll talk about if you can pay for it or not. There's free resources for you. If you're seeking out recovery and healing and you need to get in with a coach and start talking about it and getting to the root of this problem so that we can step forward and you can seek out understanding. You need to be seen, okay? Very sorry. You deserve better. And today is the day that you could choose something better for yourself. God wants to elevate you. He has a plan. And I've got to bring you to a place of knowing yourself, loving yourself, providing understanding and mercy and grace to yourself. I'm going to share, and y'all know how I am. This always comes up when I talk about this, but without grace, without you, Justin, I see you. Sorry, I can't respond to you right now, but without you being willing to receive this mercy, without you being willing to receive, fully receive the blood of Christ, the blood of the Lamb, you won't find what you've been searching for. You've got to be willing to receive it. I'm going to play this song for a few minutes because when I think about this, and when I think about Christ and what he did for me and how he shed his blood and how he struggled and suffered so much, I think about every time how he chose to do it. He walked toward that cross knowing what was coming. And I think about what it is exactly that he did for me. And what through that blood I am offered for free, for no reason. You've got to be willing to receive that grace, Loretta. You can't be graceful or merciful to anyone else. If you can't be that way to you, if you can't love you, you can't love anyone. You're going to love people only the way you know how. I've made that excuse for so many people in my life. They love me, but they just don't know how to love me. They're loving me to the extent that they know, right? And that's true. But that's not enough. And don't allow that to be enough for you if you're that person that you don't know how to love other people. How do we love other people? What's the number one word that comes up in your spirit when you think about loving someone appropriately? Loving yourself appropriately. Number one word. Share yours. I'll be right back. What does love mean to you? And that word is going to align with what kind of love you need too. Meeting me exactly where I am every single day. Every day. This is not temporary. This is eternal. Cause you've got a light inside of your soul. Get up and praise the Lord. Oh, come on, my soul. Oh, don't you get shy on me, lift up your song. Cause you got a lion inside of your lungs. Get up and praise the Lord. You have a lion inside of those lungs. Come on, my soul. Oh, don't you get shy on me, lift up your song. Cause you got a lion inside of those lungs. Get up and praise the Lord. had no idea. He died so that we could live. He died so that you and I could live. Will you receive this today? To fully receive this mercy, this love, this grace, this compassion, to be fully known, to be fully seen, and to not be afraid to just be yourself and share openly. I have been a sinner. I have fallen short, but it is by the grace of God that I stand before you today. It is by His very love, His mercy, His compassion, Him opening His arms so wide to me so many times. Every single time I seek Him, you seek Him, you will find Him. Every single time, He never fails me. Never. And I've had so many people not show up for me in my life. And I used to be sad about it, you know? But then I realized I didn't need them. I need Him. I need Him. He is the only thing that matters. He's with me all the time. He tells me who I am. And it's not some teenager out here trying to find love and just trying so hard to be accepted and seen by someone, trying so hard to find somebody that heard me, to understand me. That is not who I am. It never was. I always had a voice. I always had a purpose. He always had a plan for me. This is what you need to know. This is the foundation that we have to build. This is where you should be standing today. No, thank you. You can't join me. You've never been in, so I've never seen you before. I'm going to talk about a cycle map here, and I want you to share the live right now, because I'm going to walk you through the addiction cycle and how it works. Because if you're trying really hard to stop something, this cycle just continues, right? The map. Hey, Paulo, good morning. Jenna, I see you, sister. I love you so much. Thank you, guys. So, the addiction cycle. You have childhood trauma, okay? You have a past that you're still hurting. You haven't healed from. You haven't even acknowledged that it's still hurting you. You just go through the motions. You're not joyful. You don't have happiness. You're not hopeful for the future. You're just going through the motions. Married at 21. Yeah. Let's get married. Let's seek out this love that we need. Let's find this father, that we needed. That's what I was doing. And it was so cute, right? No. There was nothing cute about it. Should have waited on God. God does have someone for us. Sometimes we step in, we rush things, we try to make it happen, right? Try to force a square peg into a round hole. Try to pretend that there aren't red flags that we see, that they haven't shown us who they are. We just keep pushing through and we accept the behavior. We say, oh, well, they have a good heart, right? We can make it work somehow. They're going to change for me. Come on. Guys, when someone shows you who they are multiple times, stop trying to change them. It's up to them to choose to change. When they show you who they are and they consistently do that, don't wait 10 years. Don't do it as long as I did. I had 2 beautiful children. I had a lovely home. I had my own career. I had my own thing, right? But I thought that I needed to stay there in a situation that I was miserable for many, many years. Crying a lot, feeling alone all the time, not feeling like I had a partner. So, people judged me for being married before. Well, I'm married again. Been married for a long time. It is not easy to be married, okay? But I think that when it's from God, He guides you in it. And the very reason that I've been married for as long as I have, even though the challenges and the mountaintops have been so difficult to get there, it is because God led me into it. There's something about it in my spirit that I know it's from Him. And right now, that is what He gives me. If it ever, I have to trust God to work in the areas that need work. I have to trust God that if I show up consistently, the same things I teach you, I live every day. Every day. And I'm sharing this with you guys because I want you to know that there is the possibility to bring change to things. Even things that are 18 years in and you thought there was no hope for it. That doesn't mean it's going to be perfect. That doesn't mean we're not going to be triggered, which is cycle number 1. You are triggered by someone. You are triggered by rejection, someone not showing up for you. You were left on that curb as a child. Now they don't show up. It's massive emotional response, right? One time they don't show up, you take it like nobody's ever going to show up for me. It's rejection, being forgotten, not seen. As human beings, you suffer through that over and over again. And it's up to you to see it for what it is. You are triggered by that person. Do they mean you harm at all? If it's somebody that loves you, no. If they truly love you, they don't mean you harm. They may be triggering you and not even meaning to. They come in from work, you come home from work, and the trash needs to be taken out. Your wife's cleaning in the kitchen. It's after dinner, you're in the living room. And she says, hey, could you come take out this trash? And you hear a tone in her voice, and maybe she's just tired, but you assume that she's frustrated with you. So immediately you're angry. Well, yeah, I'll take out the trash. I take it out every day. Like you fire back. This is how this stuff starts because you are triggered by something somebody else said. You're not enough, right? You don't do things. You're not good enough. Think about that. So that person, this person that you love so much that you want to spend the rest of your life with, triggers you by asking you a simple question while she cleans in the kitchen. Could you help and take out the trash? See, and it's like our perspectives are so shadowed and grayed out that we are triggered by things. And that was just an example. There's all kinds of things. Other side of this too, men and women. There's a whole thing. But we can only control how we show up. So it's like our tone, what we say, the words. And as that wife who's cleaning in the kitchen, there's your side of it too. So let's talk about this side. You're cleaning in the kitchen and the trash is overflowing. Your husband's in the living room. He's researching something that he needs to do for work tomorrow. And he's on his phone and you have no idea what he's doing. But you're frustrated because you're cleaning in the kitchen. So your tone could be one of two ways, right? All right. I'm going to give you both of them because I've been there for both of them. Hey, honey, could you come in and help me and take out the trash for me? Because it's getting really full and I'm cleaning. Do you want to get up and come take out the trash for me now? And I'm asking you the question, right? Or you could say, the trash is overflowing. You never take the trash out. I have to ask you every single time. Or, could you come take out the trash? I'm in here cleaning. Why do I have to do everything? So relationships and communication, there's a way to position things. And if you show up, I'm going to be kind every time. I'm going to say thank you. I'm going to be courteous in my own home. But so many of us are not courteous in our own home. We'll go out into public and treat people in public so kindly, be so nice. Let me get that door. Let me, do you need help, ma'am? Let me carry your bag. You go home, your poor wife's dragging the trash out the back door and down the steps, and it's so heavy she can barely carry it. Think about this. We're not intentional. And this is not me calling anybody out or being mean. Like we've all been here. We've all done these things. We all have. in relationships. But if you want the best relationship possible, you want the one that's aligned with God and your mission with God and who he says you are and how you show up, it's by your own intention. Your wife, hopefully she meets you there. Hopefully she decides she's going to mirror your behavior and start thanking you more, being more grateful when you do things. You know what? Thank you for showing up for me. Thank you for your support. Thank you for taking that trash out. Thank you for leaving, dinner on the counter for me and for warming it up for me. Just being more grateful in our relationships, because I think there's so many things that we can look at negatives and we can pick out faults with each other. We're two different people. I think about the long-standing argument, like, is the toilet paper up or down? For me, the flatness should come like up over the top, and you can pull it from the top. Some people do it from the bottom, and it annoys me because it's going to get out on the floor, right? That's my thinking. But does it really matter that much? The toilet seat lid is a thing, okay? That is a thing. That's hard. If you're a woman, you have so fallen in. You've fallen in the middle of the night. You rush in there and you jump on the toilet and it's like, and you're like, oh! It's so bad. That's a real thing. So, I don't know, just being courteous in your relationships and not looking at every little thing and trying to micromanage every little thing in your life. Everything doesn't need to be micromanaged. Go with the flow a little bit. Life is going to happen. Hardships will come. And I think working toward this goal in your relationships where you have stronger communication, where you're talking more openly and allowing each other to be yourself in the relationship, you're allowed to have your own thoughts and your own feelings. And that person, because they love you, they care about your feelings, right? So it's just, you see that cycle versus the other one where you get caught up in the routine of just calling out everything bad they've ever done and everything that annoys you. Why are your shoes there? Why is your socks over there? I had to pick up your socks again today. I'll pick up the socks. If it annoys you, it's not a big deal. Pick up the socks. Do the thing. Life is too short to nitpick every little thing. It just is. And I've been on the other end of that where I needed perfection. I needed everything to be perfect for me to be okay. It's not that way anymore, and I thank God for it. It's much deeper than just arguing with childish people. Male or female, there's childish men and women in this world. And I think a lot of growth, a lot of acceptance, a lot of saying I'm imperfect myself, so I'm going to allow you to be imperfect sometimes. I'm going to hope that you will give me grace when I need it. That, there's a lot of grace in a marriage that lasts. He never gives you any correction or things to work on. That's part of the fun, Loretta. You got to seek all of that out on your own. And God, there's a reason for that. God is intentional with people like you and I. The feedback that you need, the affirmations, the direction. Hey, is everything all right? Let me check in. Just trying to make sure everything's okay. Because in your mind, you have this fear that things won't be okay and he won't tell you. You got to give that to God. If he doesn't share with you, then that is God saying, I need you to come to me with this, right? If he doesn't share, and I'm not judging you, like I've been there. I needed to hear these things all the time. Just constant confirmation, worried all the time. But this is God saying, I need you to come to me. He is not the way. He's not the answer here. Come to me. Let me help you grow. Let me show you the way. Let me show you the growth that needs to happen. Does that make sense? You need constant affirmations in love. You're lacking self-love within yourself. Absolutely. You're needing to feel love that you're seeking from all the wrong places. Don't I'm with you, sister. This is a parallel thing here. Been there, done that. Can't ever feel good enough or worthy enough without the constant affirmation, someone telling us who we are. Loretta, you're beautiful. You are a beautiful, lovely soul. But loving yourself is something that we need to work on. You don't know yourself right now. You're looking at yourself through a lens of darkness. You're not seeing yourself the way God sees you. God can bring that light back, Loretta. He can help you see yourself the way he sees you. So, triggers. You move from the trigger to the craving. Whatever the craving is. Got to pick up my phone again, check my email yet again. Got to do that. Jump back on social media again. Been on all day long. Gonna go grab this food. I need more pizza in my life. I gotta have more of it. Need to food, eat. It makes me feel comfortable. Nervous, gotta do something with my hands all the time. Cigarettes are a big thing. People that smoke them, they need the cigarettes. They need that feeling of having something that they're doing. It's a constant thing, right? So a lot of people use ways to stop smoking by replacing it with something that doesn't have nicotine, but they still are doing the motion. That's a real thing. And maybe they do relax you. Maybe they do make you feel better for a moment, right? But then maybe you feel anxious afterwards. What happens after? You don't like the way you smell. You don't like that people think that you're smoking, right? So it's like if you're feeling these things, there's a way to choose something different. But if you continue to go, you're going straight to that behavior. The same behavior that you've been doing, Jenna. Jenna knows, she's recovery. She's been very open with that. Sobriety here. So you're going back to the same behaviors. It creates this relief for a little bit of time. Just a little bit of time. Very short-lived relief. And then comes the shame again. I'm disgusting. I'm not good enough. I don't even like myself, Loretta. You said that a minute ago. That we go back to those thoughts that are negative. They're not life-giving. They don't build us. They don't do anything for us, but stuff us down, keep us small, keep us stuck. So your most common trigger. One word here. Every cycle starts with your most common trigger. What environments trigger you the most? What things trigger you the most? And in this moment, you need to know that every cycle can also be interrupted. We can interrupt it. The freedom that grace makes possible. The Father is declaring today that grace is not the soft, permissive thing that the world examines and imagines it to be. Grace is the single most powerful force for breaking addiction that exists. Precisely because it severs the chain at the exact link where the willpower becomes the trigger for the next one. Remember the cycle. Severing the chains, right? The shame after the behavior is the trigger. So if instead of you failed again, you are hopeless, you're not enough, grace says you are still loved, you're still wanted, you still belong, you're still mine, get up. And a person who's not drowning in shame has the emotional room to make a different choice next time. Grace is not permission to keep falling. It is the power to finally get back up. Prophetic truth here in this anchoring text, if the Son sets you free, you'll be free indeed. The Greek word behind indeed is autos. It means really, genuinely, in actual reality. Jesus is not promising a theoretical positional freedom that leaves you still enslaved in a daily experience. He's promising real freedom. Freedom that reaches into the lived reality of your Tuesday afternoon when the craving hits. And notice the order of the sentence. The Son does the setting free. Your striving does not produce freedom. His finished work produces freedom. And your part is to receive it and to walk it out. You're not trying to earn freedom that you do not have. You're learning to live inside of freedom that has already been purchased for you. I speak over every life here, the exhaustion of everyone who has been white-knuckling their way through recovery, trying to be strong enough to save yourself. Are you trying to be strong enough to save yourself today? That approach is not only ineffective, it misunderstands the gospel entirely. Freedom is not you becoming strong enough to break the train. It is you surrendering to the one who has already broken it and letting him rebuild your identity from the ground up. Every time you interrupt the cycle with a prayer instead of the behavior, a phone call instead of isolation, a moment of surrender instead of forging, right, or striving through, you're cooperating with grace. And grace is doing the deep work of forging a new identity in you. You're not primarily an addict trying to act out. You are a beloved child of God, learning to live free. Grace giving you the identity, practice giving it to you boldly, giving it a whole body. Grace is the most powerful force against addiction because it severs this chain. Free indeed means genuinely free. The Son does the setting free, and your part is to receive it. Are you ready to receive this today? Freedom is not becoming strong enough. It is surrendering, knowing that you can surrender and be fully known by someone who is so much greater than anyone out here, any other being you could possibly ever imagine. 3 affirmations. Grace answers my shame with belonging. I'm still loved, still wanted, and still His. And that truth gives me room to choose differently. Number 2, if the Son sets me free, I am free indeed. Really, genuinely, in the reality of my daily life, I receive the freedom He has already purchased for me. Or number 3, I stop white-knuckling my way to freedom, and I'm ready to surrender to the one who breaks the chains. I am not an addict striving. I am a beloved child, learning to live free. Share your favorite. Send your gifts. I'll be right back. Thank you, Jesus. What a beautiful song. Perfect song to be playing right then. I see a lot of you with your affirmations. I've got Carla with 2, 1, 2, and 3 for Brandy. I see you. 1, 2, and 3 for Rise Above. Paula with 1, 2, and 3. All 3 for Gloria. New this morning. Welcome to our family. I love that you just jumped right in, and that's what we want you to do. This is a community that is building unity, love, acceptance, life. We're bringing life to the world every single day through our work here. Your donations matter so much, so visit me at thewillowwayfoundation.com. Donate today to support this work. Help me keep it growing. And if you need help personally through addiction or anything that you feel has control over your life, that you're giving power to, that you should never be giving power to in your life, let me know. I'll help you to overcome it. And I love that you shared your affirmations. Thank you, family. You can come back more and then you might get a shout out. All right, Justice. Funny you have that name over there, Mr. Header. So, shame drives the cycle, but grace breaks it. Type what shame says to you, and then type what grace says to you instead. Could you feel the difference in your body? To be free indeed means that you are actually set free, not just in theory. If you're ready to make this declaration over your struggle today, to be fully set free, fully surrendered, to allow God and the grace of Jesus Christ, that mercy, to pour over you today. If you're ready for this, type the words "free indeed" into the chat. Free indeed. Hey, Austin, welcome in. Welcome to our family. Tony, hey, good morning. Good to see everybody. I see you, Jay, with 3. It's good to see everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your love this morning. Freedom is not about becoming strong enough. It is about surrendering to the one. Are you ready to fully surrender all of it today? It's a simple prayer of surrender. Jesus, I believe you died for me. I believe that you covered my sin with your blood when the day that you died. I'm going to receive your grace today and your mercy. I ask you to forgive me for my sin and help me to be better every single day. Take this addiction, take these behaviors, take these triggers, take my pain, grief, all of it. Take it all. Thank you, Jesus, for everything. Thank you for your mercy, your grace. My other phone just dropped, so sorry. Hold on, let me see where it went. We're winging it this morning, so if you guys know, you know. All right. We are free indeed. I'm getting you set back. So sorry. Okay. If I can. It's the best I can do. Okay. To be free indeed. To be fully surrendered. This chapter says that grace breaks the chain at the link that willpower can't reach. The shame. In your journal today, write what shame says to you. And then write what grace says to you instead. There are 2 messages here. And you can continue to listen to the one that brings more shame. I'm sorry, Jonathan. You can continue to listen to that dark place that Satan wants you to stay involved in and stay wrapped up in. Or you can seek out truth around this shame and allow the grace of God to be merciful to you. You deserve it. You matter. You are here intentionally placed. Place was our word yesterday. To be placed here intentionally, on purpose, where you're supposed to be in life. To trust that God has been behind it the whole time. And no, he didn't cause you the pain. Human will caused you pain. But God allowed it to happen for a reason. Somebody will heal because of you. Somebody with a broken past, a painful childhood, a traumatic circumstance will heal because you healed first. You sought him out first. They will do so much, and you will do so much, because this is a ripple effect. Freedom is to surrender to the one who's already broken the chains. Do you want to be set free today? Grace is the power that breaks what willpower cannot. Let me check my gifting goals today. I'm going to pin this one as we finish up this morning. I don't want to keep you guys for too long today. I have more around addiction, and when I get home, I'm going to circle back to this one because I only have a couple hours today that I can be on. So we're not finished with this one. We will continue it, and we are going to circle back to the one around feeling alone and feelings of loneliness and how that's hurting you. So I may take these two things and bring them together for you, and that way we can get it in, because I don't want you to miss it. Every gift that you sent in this live, we've met our gifting galleries on Tuesday. We have the best community ever. No worries, Jerome. I'm so glad you're here. Everything that you do to help support me, whether you repost, you send gifts, you send your support, you subscribe, whether it be on the Tube or on TikTok or wherever you are, social media. It matters so much, because there's so many people out here that are still enslaved. If this morning opened your eyes around the fact that you may still be enslaved in some ways, then I want you to be really honest here with yourself and understand that you have the power to do something different today. So no matter what it is that is enslaving you, keeping you bound, keeping you stuck, keeping you feeling shameful, keeping you feeling guilty, Loretta says, I'm holding myself back. Thank you, Loretta. Jesus put that in your mind just now. That is from him. We can lead ourselves today. We can choose a different way than we've been choosing. And every single day you have a choice. Every moment we have a choice. So make sure you're pausing enough. Make sure you're breathing enough. Make sure that you're giving God space, Loretta, the isolation, that he has the space to speak to you, to bring you truth, to bring you knowledge, to bring you comfort. Because if you stay stuck in all these thoughts all the time, and that's all you're ever thinking about, think about what happens here. What happens? You get lost, don't you? You feel more disconnected, further away from him. And we got to do something about that today. So I just want to thank you all. Thank you so much for being here with me this morning. I know it's been a little wonky and viewership has been a little bit down in the last few days, but it's okay. We've got a lot of important things happening and God is working, and I'm not just a TikToker, or I'm not just a creator. Like, I do work with people one-on-one, and it's real and it's sustainable and it's wonderful and it's transformational and it's just amazing. So if you're somebody that you haven't left me a review, I'm going to ask you today to go to search Google in your search bar for thesarahelizabethexperience.com. And if you have feedback that you'd like to provide, that's brave to ask that on an open forum. But I know that God is providing, and I want you to have an opportunity to share a little bit of your testimony there. I have a podcast that's going to be coming out within the next 6 months to a year, and I've been working on it and organizing, and I want to accept more people in to share their journeys. And I'm using God's discernment around that and who to bring in, but I need to know more about your journeys and how God has moved in your life. So that's a great way that you can put that out there. And just search thesarahelizabethexperience.com, Google it, bring it up in your Google browser, and it has a place where you can click to leave a review. And if you would leave me a review today, if you have not done so already, so many of you have. We have 5-star 18 reviews on Google with people that I've worked one-on-one with, or they've been a part of this community and been learning every day and growing over the last year and a half. So however you can support today, I ask you to support. I ask you to pray for us every day. Keep us in your prayers and in your thoughts every single day. And I thank you all. I did arrive safely yesterday. I'm in Missouri. I was real worried about this morning and if it would work well to be on live. I was real concerned about it, but God made it happen. And my internet, honestly, I wasn't even able to post this morning without it not connecting. So this is all God, the fact that we were able to make it for the 2 hours today. And I just thank you all so much. Jerome, I'm going to have to talk. I haven't done a Bible study with somebody one-on-one. If that's the service that you're interested in with me, I'm happy to oblige and do a Bible study, but it's just an unusual request. And I know that some of you, Jerome included, just joined this week, and you've asked me multiple times if you can come on live and you can do these things. Like, you're going to need to give me some time here. Because so I said to you that I allow God to lead me in this, and I will allow God to lead me in it. If I feel after you've been here long enough for me to get to know you and know a bit more about where you stand and who you are, then we'll think about it. But I protect my live. This is my show. This is something I build, and I brought so much passion and do so much work for this. So it's just too important just to allow somebody that just comes in 1 week and you're like, well, let me jump on your live. And people are like, give me a shout out. No, thank you. I'm not here to drive you. I don't even know you. I'm here to do this work for God. And so I'm going to allow him to continue to lead. Please don't ask me multiple times to do things. When I'm ready to do things, I now know that that's in your spirit. It's something that you desire. Give me the time to allow God to lead me in it. I won't be forced into it, and I will not be talked into it. This is between me and God. So that's just the truth, right? I'm just very honest. I'm also loving. I love you to death. Love every person that comes here. Always will. Always have. But I'm also very protective. I hope you can understand that. Thank you to everybody who supported today. Thank you for making my morning and me getting to spend time with you. And we're going to be back on it. You know, as soon as I get home, things will pick back up. Today was a little bit better. You guys helped a lot. Gifting has been down this week because of the viewership and not getting TikTok, not pushing it out. YouTube has been great. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you for everything. And I see so many of you coming back every day. Very grateful for your lives. Grateful for your journeys. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Sending a like to support the channel. Thank you. You guys are the best. So this is the best community I've ever seen, and we created it. So congratulations. God says that we do a good job here. He's proud of us. He's proud of the work and our commitment. And you'd like a one-on-one? Okay, reach out to me. And if you want the workbook, reach out to me. I will send you the link. The Zoom meeting tonight is at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Jonathan, our brother in Christ, is going to be leading tonight. He's going to be teaching you some really awesome things about your body and how God placed symbolism in your body of cellular growth and all the things. And he's going to share something with you. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. You have to join tonight. But it's actually a cross-shaped in your body. And it's like the powerhouse of your body running the show. So just wait. It binds it all together. I'll give you that hint. So enjoy the song as we close this morning. Join us tonight, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay, no, hold on. Jonathan's going to be on at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so that's our normal time. That's the time we always do it. And he's going to be on the same time as last week. We did move it from 6:30 to 7 to give more of you time because I know some of you live on the West Coast and there's a 3-hour difference between me and you. And so we're making changes as we need to get as many people in. But if you're new this morning, reach out, get the workbook. The Zoom link has been updated as of this morning. It is a new link and it should be working. Everything should be in that workbook for you. Follow along with the workbook. Follow along every single month with the different projects that we run here at the Willow Foundation. I'm Sarah Elizabeth. I'm your host. I'm a transformational coach, a soul strategist, and I work with people one-on-one around healing and overcoming trauma, overcoming addiction behaviors, overcoming all sorts of things that aren't good for us. So I just want you to be elevated in your life. I want to see you be great. I want to see you be blessed. I want to see God's favor moving and working in your life. I love you guys so much. I'll be back on live tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time while I'm in Missouri. Be headed home on Monday, or on Sunday this weekend. So I'll be back on live from my home in North Carolina, the Blue Ridge Mountains. Come visit me for a retreat sometime. You will not regret it. So powerful what we've done so far. And just let me know how I can support your journey. Know how loved you are. Know the reason for you being here is so that God can move in your life and other people can witness it. Go be a witness today. Tell somebody about Jesus. And I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye, y'all. Thank you for everything.
Keep me within your love. My heart will sing your praise again. Promise still stands. Great is your faithfulness.
You move. Let him move mountains for you today. I love y'all. Bye.